All right. What's up, YouTube? All right. Okay, we'll just start. So here is how today actually went. What do I do for work? I do IT stuff. Bam! Mang Song's first try. Ah, linked almost. Here's how to. Holy crap! What? What? Does somebody have the clip of that? Wow. I forgot I'm on Players 8. We should change that to Players 1, huh?
A gift for you.
I'm taking my shirt off. Mwah. You for 12 months. I want to see that clip. Is it speedrun tonight? It is not, but we will speedrun on Sunday. Did my audio jack up? It probably is because Skype is open. I'm just going to close Skype. Skype takes control of my sound. It's really annoying. And I can't stop it. Alright, we'll close that and see if that does it. I have to have it for it. Thank you, guy played it. Ah, thanks so much, Mucher. Okay, we don't have any no mods that can clip in the chat or people. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's me. Clips. I want clips. All right, there we go. We'll just almost trip. Oh God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to delete that. Wow. I mean, I just have to watch that. That was insane. That was so scary. Huh. Just a casual 1200 hit. Here's whoa. Followed by a 500 hit. 1200, 500, full rejuve, out. Oh my God. In real time. Dang, dude. 1200. That's insane. That was nasty, my dudes. Purple drink. Enough with the fanaticism. I don't want it. Not hardcore, but she's level 98. You do not want to die at level 98, my friend. You lose so much experience, it's not even funny. I'd rather lose a hardcore character that was like level 92 than die at 98. Straight up. Like, I can get a character back faster. It's crazy. Yeah, you don't count experience when you die. You count days of time lost, essentially. What am I speedrunning on Sunday? I don't know. We can figure that out. What sounds fun? I was thinking of starting next week a not guided playthrough so much, but like a fun play of a less popular character. So it'd be like playing a Fury Druid through to hell and then like not using, you know, speedrun stuff, but like leveling the character and, you know, playing like a normal person kinda. Bow is on, whatever. I thought that would be kind of fun. 1 to 98 faster than 99? Yes, it is true. Do a pod let's play? That could be fun, but those characters are stronger, man. They're so good. Want that, like, not as good character that's even more fun, because it's even harder. Pacifist, Paladin. That could be a fun speedrun to do on Sunday. It's been a while. Yeah, I haven't done a casual playthrough in either a long time or ever on this channel. And I think it would just be fun to put 40 hours into a Fury Druid or something silly, whatever it is. And just have some fun there. God, what's with all these might and fanaticism auras and extra fast things lately? It's a rough day. Am I gonna play PoE on Delirium? That comes out in like a week and a half, right? Yeah, I might do some Delirium stuff. I think it could be fun to test out and try some stuff. What runes to put into Hone Sundan? Again with the Might Aura. Most people with the Hone Sundan are gonna shove probably just like Shales and Am runes. That's your like standard, you know, rune. I feel like. How many months is the reset gonna happen? It'll happen in 3 months. Actually, about 4 months. No, it'll be about like 3 months. Yeah. How's it hanging? It's good. You got Ruby? Perfect. It's good. If that jaw, yeah, I got you, Binary. I got you. We'll see on the jaw rune. So, anyways, Archon Staff. The thing that I wanted to mention. Oh, let me get my D2 info up as well. Okay. The thing that I wanted to mention was today was crazy. So I woke up. My driver's license is from Oklahoma. I had not gotten it switched over to Texas. That was just me being lazy. So I have an Oklahoma driver's license because I lived in Oklahoma for 9 years or whatever. Catherine's orange. Oh, look. I did not get a ticket. I haven't been pulled over in 12 years. So, because I'm a good driver. And I drive safely. But, regardless, yeah, you'll get a ticket for it if you do. Regardless, I'm not a sinner long. I don't care about college. Giant scam places anyways. We don't need to talk colleges right now. But no, I don't care about like college sports. I like professional sports. But so I do drive like a granny, exactly. So I go and my driver's license actually expired. I didn't even realize it. And let me just say, don't let your driver's license expire. This is a public service announcement. In some states, that is very bad. If you get pulled over with an expired driver's license, there is a lot of bad things that can happen. So do not drive with an expired driver's license. Anyways, so I didn't even realize that mine had expired. And then I went to the airport like a week ago, whatever. And the guy, the security guard was like, oh, just a heads up, like your license is expired. So you might want to get it checked out. check out Spell Slinger. Alright, I'll give it a look. I'll have to read the notes, patch notes more. So, yeah, you know, nice guy. I mean, I also had my passport with me, so I just was like, alright, well, do you need my passport to move? And he was like, yeah, it's fine. But it was very nice of him to tell me, because otherwise I literally would have never just even noticed whatsoever. Like, who looks at their license expiration date? How often do you pull it out and look at it? Mystique. So, you know, you do? Okay, well, maybe I'm the crazy one here who doesn't. Anyways, so I didn't take a look. I had no gander. But I saw it and I was like, okay, I need to go get this changed, right? Because you need to go get it updated. So I go to the, I get ready to like go online and look up, okay, where do I go and just get a new one? And Texas says if you have an out-of-state driver's license that is expired, they won't take it. They will not take it, no matter like how soon it had just expired or whatever. You have to go through the entire process again. Like, you have to take the written exam, you have to do the online training course, you have to do a driver's, like the drive test again. All sorts of stuff, which is total BS. Like, how does that make sense? My out-of-state driver's license just recently expired and all of a sudden I'm just an idiot who can't drive anymore? Exactly, some brawler. So, yeah, so I have to go, and so I'm looking all over. I call up the DMV. This is 2 days ago. I call up the DMV. First off, they don't answer. So it takes me, after like prompts and prompts and prompts, they don't answer. It transfers me down to the DMV customer service. Hey SF, how's it going? Customer service in Austin, Texas, right? The customer service center for the Department of Motor Vehicles or whatever. Though it's a part of the DPS now, Department of Public Safety, but whatever. I'll say DMV because most people notice that. Transfers me down there. I have to go through all the prompts again. What are you calling about? New license, looking for information, blah, blah, blah. After like 30 minutes, 20 minutes at least. Superior Classified, it's nice. After like 20 minutes, oh, non-ethereal. It goes to the automated voice and it goes, I'm sorry, all of our representatives are currently busy. Goodbye. Click. And it hangs up. It doesn't even put me on hold. It just hangs up on me. That's terrible. What kind of customer service center just hangs up the phone on you when they don't have enough representatives? Because they never have enough representatives. Because there's probably one person manning the phones. And they're probably just like on break or something. You know, government offices. And like, I'm pretty sure Texas just gave tons and tons of money to the DMV to help improve it because it was so bad. So clearly that did well. That money went towards a lot of good. So I'm like, all right, now I don't know, but I need to, you know, from what I'm seeing online, I need to do all this stuff. So I call up one of the like third party centers, whatever, and I call up one of the third-party centers that's like for drive tests, because I'm like, okay, how long will it take to do a drive test? And so I go and I go to the DMV website and it says schedule a drive test, and the earliest drive test I could schedule was in 3 months. What? I have to wait 3 months to schedule a drive test? So then I'm like, screw it. I'm looking for these third-party ones that are certified or whatever. Yeah, what a mess. And So I call up one of them and I'm like, all right, here's my situation. And the dude goes, okay, so yeah, since it's expired, they won't take it. You're basically a 16-year-old kid again who doesn't have a license. And you're going to have to go through like all the processes again. So what you'll do is you'll go to the DMV, bring all of the documents, which they need like 1 million documents. They also just recently changed their form like 2 days ago or something to a new form. We'll talk about that in a second. So I go there.
Go get yourself
right?
a bus ticket, nerd.
Exactly. So I go there, and I have to bring 2 forms of proof of where I live. I have to bring this like online certificate for the impact course to make sure I took it. And it was just like a thing where it showed a bunch of people like dying and a mother like carrying her daughter or something up to a teenage girl in a car who was texting. It's like, why did you do this? It was really weird videos. And I had to bring social security card, my birth certificate. No copies allowed for any of this. Also, you can't bring an online bill sent to you. You have to print it out. Everything has to be paper there. I had to bring, like 2 other sheets filled out, and then this like 14A form or something, whatever it was. So I get it all done, and I bring it to the DMV. So he says, okay, so you'll do that. You'll go in there. You'll wait for the, multiple hours. Then you'll go to, you'll have to do your driver's test, like the written test. And so you have to take your written test, and then you'll come to us. You'll get your adult permit after you pass that. You'll come to us. You will take the driver's test with your permit. Then you go back to the DMV, and then you can get your license. All because 2 months, and my license is expired 2 months. I have to go through all this. So I'm like, Jesus, okay. So I go online yesterday to take the, do all the impact driving course and all that stuff and fill out the form, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, hey, do you want to practice for your driver's test, or your written test? And it had a bunch of questions online. And I was like, you know what? Sure, I'll practice. Holy cow, is it so hard? I totally bombed it. I failed the practice test super hard because all of the questions, or so many of the questions, were like, for a third-time offender of a DUI who is over the age of 21, what is the minimum number of days that they can be sent to jail? What? Why do I have to know that? Literally, so many questions about the fines and the jail time and all of that for DUIs. That was like half of my questions. And then some of the questions were like pretty poorly worded. So there was one that was like, if there's a police officer on the shoulder and you come up on him on his left, what should you do? And it was like, get in the lane to the left and then slow down if possible. And then the next answer was slow down if possible and get over to the left lane. And I was like, aren't those the same thing? So I picked one, and it was the other one. The answer was move over to the left and slow down if possible, not slow down if possible and get over to the left lane. And so, like, it was just this the whole way through. Yeah, the wrong order, right? First you get over and then you slow down, I guess, instead of slowing down and then getting over. Who knew? Yeah, and so there was just so many questions about all of these things that were not at all related to just being a good driver. So then I stayed up for 2 hours last night till like 2:30 in the morning studying so I could finally so I could pass this driving test. I didn't want to go in there and fail it. So then I have to wake up at 7:30 to go to the DMV so I can wait for, you know, however many hours. I think I waited like 2 hours, which isn't too bad actually for a DMV. And then like an hour through the process, this lady comes out and goes, "By the way, everybody, we updated our form. So everybody who has the 42B form, it's now the 14A form. You got to go fill that new form out." And like 2/3 of the people in the room stand up and like walk over to the desk to fill out their new form. And I'm like, oh my God. And so thankfully I had the new form because I had just filled it out the night before. And then I'm sitting there and the dude finally like calls me up. And I go and I sit down and I give him my like ID and my driver's license. And he goes, "Oh, well, we can't accept this, so you're going to have to go through the whole process again." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. I know. The system sucks." And so he's going through and he sits there and starts putting all of the information in. And after about 10 minutes of putting information in, he goes, "Huh, well, that's weird." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Well, you might just be lucky." I'm like, "All right." Like, I don't want to. He's like, "We'll see at the end." So he keeps putting stuff in. And then he gets to the end of it finally. And he goes, "Well, I don't know what happened, but the system just kind of bypassed all that other stuff. So here's your license." And he gave me my license and then he left. And I was like, "Oh, thank God." So I didn't have to take the written test or the driver's test or any of that stuff. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. Yeah, I cheated the system somehow. Or he liked me and somehow put in some sort of backdoor and just didn't tell me. I don't know. I have not checked out Last Epoch. I mean, I've watched a little bit of it. Combat looked meh. But yeah, he was just like, "Well, I never seen that before, but the system just kind of skipped past that stuff, so you're good." Was he the Chipotle guy? Might be my new burrito guy. The problem is I don't ever want to go back to the DMV again. So, unlike burrito guy, who I'd visit every day. I saw burrito guy more than I saw my girlfriend, if we're going to be honest. He was hitting on me. He did not wax his eyebrows, I don't think.
It's locked. I am overburdened.
Regardless. Did I have an old Texas license? I did, because I used to live in Texas, but it was 10 years old. So potentially, but that's still super weird because if you haven't, and that license was definitely expired, and it's the same process where if your license from Texas was expired, then you would still have to go and do all of that stuff again if it's expired for more than like 2 years, which it expired, that Texas one expired in probably like 2013 or something. So I just don't know. I mean, I live in Texas now, yes, but I lived in Oklahoma. So somehow that weird combination of an old Texas license and then an expired Oklahoma license tricked the system. Or the guy was hitting on me. In which case, mwah, thank you so much. Why not both? That works too. Should have asked him out. I mean, he was a nice guy. The lady next to him, who was like another worker or whatever, when I sat down, she was telling this dude her life story about how she was trying to like reinvent herself and was going to university, but she couldn't leave the DMV because she had to get her 10-year benefits or whatever it was locked in and all this stuff. And the dude was like, I'm just trying to get my license renewed. Like, he was just sitting there. He just like, uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, uh-huh. It was pretty funny. Well, the guy wasn't chatting my ear off. He was just working through and got me in and out and skipped all the hard stuff. Of course I love him. She was like, now can you put your thumbs up? But before you do that, so I was thinking about starting some art classes, and I went to the ceramics class to start, and he was like, can I put my thumbs on the... Sounds like raggets all the time. There you go. I was like, oh man, I'm sorry. My dude was like, put your thumbs. All right, you good. Made it a lot easier. I think we all know that person in our lives. And whenever they have any sort of hold over you, you're stuck there. They're like, hey, I'm going to give you the keys. But first,
I log on every now and again to see if Karen has come back, but I owe doll.
Thank you, Jacka. Do you think people working at the DMV are happy? Usually not. Today they were surprisingly cheerful. Like, I didn't hear the usual yelling and screaming and, you know, there was a lot less anger at the DMV today. This is still Meredith, yes. Well, because usually the DMV, and at least in my experience from the past, is always, you know, somebody, you walk in and somebody's like, last time I came in here, you told me that I only needed these forms. So I went home after waiting for 6 hours at the DMV, and I came back with the exact forms that I was told to bring, and now you're saying that I need to get whole different forms? And they're like, ma'am, that's just, these are the forms you're gonna bring. And they're like, that's not what you said last time, because last time I came in here and you told me I need a different form. And then, you know, it just turns in that, and they're like, get out of the, you know, security guard has to come over and step in the way. And that's usually how my DMV experiences go. And that is actually straight up like what happened. I didn't like have the yelling back and forth. But the first time that I came in, I should be a voice actor. Thank you. The first time that I went to the DMV, I had to come back 3 times. Because every single time, the person at the desk wanted different documents. They were like, oh, you're going to need to bring in a copy of your birth certificate and social security card and also blah, blah, blah. So then the next time I came back with that. And then like,
Mr. Llama Love
Thank you.
Llama Happy.
I came back and they're like, oh no, actually we don't do copies of it. And I was like, well, the person last year said a copy would be fine. And they're like, yeah, we don't do copies. You got to bring in the originals. Okay, go back, bring in all the originals. They're like, did you do this form online yet? No, nobody told me about a form. Okay, well, there's a form on. I'm gonna have to see the form online. So you got to go and do that first. And so you got to take that court. You got to go back. Literally, it took me like 3 times. I was so tired because every time you come back, it's another 2-3 hour wait, right? There's never just like, oh, a casual, nice and simple wait time. And there's never an easy way where you can ask that question before you get to the window where they deny you and turn you away. My dude almost turned me away because I had my electric bill and my cable bill, which are fine, and had my address and name on them and whatever, right, for proof of residence. But on the cable bill, or on one of the bills, it had a different mailing address from like the address it was servicing. And he was like, oh man, well that's going to be a problem right there. Like, that's a different address. And I was like, that's just where it just got mailed there. Like, that's where they mailed the bill. It's servicing my place, which has my name right here. Like, it's all good. And he was like, that's a tough one. But then he winked at me and blew me a kiss and skipped me through the process. So I really think he was doing me a favor because I was totally expecting to get sent back home. Like, that's just not going to work. Layers are okay for an for purchase. Yeah. So you just need, for proof of residence, you have to bring in a bill, cable, internet, water, some utility bill with your name and address on it, which you could totally just make in Photoshop in 30 seconds and edit if you totally wanted to. Obviously illegal, but like, if you really wanted to, would not be hard. But it would be a felony probably to do that. So yeah, you just print out your utility bills. What if you live with someone else and your name isn't on any of the utility bills? You know, I don't actually know what happens in that case. Because that totally would be a thing. And then I don't know if you have to bring that person with you. You have to get your name on it somehow. I don't know how that process goes. I was very thankful I didn't have to do that, but my mind crossed my mind when I saw it. I was like, what if you don't have bills in your name? Less than a year old too. So in Texas, the bill has to be greater than 30 days old and less than 90 days old. So you literally get a 2-month window of a bill. How do teenagers get licenses? Well, then you have a parent or guardian there, and so they're the ones that are signing all those things. Oops. The U.S. is a great nation, but it has some really stupid things. Straight up. I have no excuse. Some of the stuff is just so idiotic. I'm just amazed. The richest third world country. I mean, but it's definitely not a third world country, right? I would say the US feels more first world country than a lot of other first world countries that I've been to. It just, once again, has a couple really stupid things like our healthcare system and stuff that are just so poor. Right. Once again, the healthcare is like just this own weird thing that it's amazing it hasn't been fixed. But, you know, we don't need to get into all of that. But beyond that, like, America honestly feels, in my opinion, super safe, and, you know, obviously the news blows that proportion. Everybody outside thinks everybody in America is walking around carrying guns, shooting everybody up. But, like, you know, it's not. That's not how it is in the States. Are you not? Yo! My goodness, SSJ. Wowzers. 4, 3, 2, 1. Mwah! Thank you so much.
I have to sleep now. Hope you have a wonderful stream and night.
Thank
More
you.
on the live.
Have a great night yourself. Question, does this apply only for white people? I mean, there is definitely still racism in the United States, and there is definitely all of that stuff. I would definitely say the life of an immigrant or of an African American or Mexican, anything like that, is going to be more difficult. I 1000% believe that because you see it, and it's really unfortunate. And, you know, that sucks. Totally agree with that. But, even with all of that, I still feel like the country as a whole is still a decent place. There's still a lot of great places. There's a lot of... There's so many cities that aren't the things that you see on the news, you know? And I think that's the biggest thing. It all depends on where you are. There's definitely places in America I would fear for my life, and there's places where I would never have a single fear ever. And you're going to have places that are massively racist and places where there's not really any at all. So, you know, it's so large. And there's such different cultures throughout the United States. And throughout all of the different cities and, you know, major cities versus Midwestern cities, Southern cities, Western cities, whatever, right? That you really just get such a variety. But I would say overall a majority of the country is pretty sane and chill and rational. Minus the healthcare. That's the, you know. But that's, nobody even wants that. That's just controlled by the people who profit off of it, basically. Diversity isn't a melting pot, it's more of a chunky stew. I mean, you have to... I think this is always a really important point when considering the struggle and the stuff that we're seeing happen in the States, right? You have to consider that this is the probably first time in history that a peaceful transition, peaceful, but like not mass takeover and murder, genocide, whatever, you know, of a country between the dominating race or the initial race and the immigrating race, essentially, or races, right? So, like, that's really a huge thing that a lot of people don't consider. You know, they say, oh, well, you know, in Norway, there's very little racism or whatever. But, like, in Norway, there's just Norwegians, pretty much. And that's the dominant race in power. and people in power, and there's no like threat of another group becoming the, and I'm sure there's racism over there as well, but there's not like you know, a once again threat of like another race coming in and becoming the majority is essentially what I'm saying. So you don't see as much of it. And I'm talking about recently, yes. And you don't see as much of it because there's just not that, right? A majority of countries have their majority, and that majority isn't under threat of losing majority. And that's something that's kind of different in America, is that there is a shift now where the majority is becoming the minority. And that transition of power is a struggle, you know. And I think it would be in any country. But we just don't see it in other countries because that's not really happening. Sure, but I'm not talking exactly immigrant versus non. I'm talking different race within the country itself. What kind of run is this? It's an ancient tunnel run. So, yeah, this isn't a discussion to say there's no racism or everybody's fine or whatever stuff. This is just I'm literally just pointing out a fact that I don't know of another country that has ever had another race just become the majority within the country and a power shift happen from one race to another. I've never seen that happen, with the exception, of course, of something like, you know, we come over and colonize and then just mass murder all the Native Americans, or general war takeovers, or the Romans march, right? Of course, like, when you just come in and have mass takeovers, that's very different. But in a non-war scenario, a majority has never just shifted and became a minority, and so we're just seeing the effects of that. The majority hasn't changed? I don't think the majority of people in America are white anymore, though, is what I'm saying.
I can't carry anymore.
Let's see. Race statistics, America. That's 2010. Race in 2020, non-Hispanic white people hereafter called are the majority race at 60%. Okay, yeah. So it is still the majority race, but it's declining. And I guess that's the biggest piece. Yeah. It's not one, but it's just an overall non-white race that I'm talking about is becoming the larger portion. So, how do we even start talking about that? Who knows?
I am overburdened.
Who knows? Anyways, Diablo 2. I just find that interesting, that's all. I just think it's an interesting topic. And interesting to like study from a historical perspective of like watching it happen. Like this is kind of history that we're watching, and we're seeing the struggles of it. So that's all. Perfect. So we need to make our why Diablo 2 is the greatest game. Greatest ARPG ever made video. Yeah, in the end, be kind to everybody around you. And let's just be good people. No matter what they look like. End of story. Any plans? I mean, nothing necessarily. I make other characters with the items. Best item system by far. Now, there was a thread of somebody posting, and they were talking about how Median XL is the best itemization. And I kind of agree. Because it takes the Diablo 2 itemization and then expands upon it in a way that I think is really fun. You know, I really enjoyed like the crafting in that game. It's still technically Diablo, for sure. For sure. But like, there were some parts of the game I didn't enjoy. But let me actually do this. What? Oh, there's an update. I want to like look at it. Is the L for release? Am I gonna play this game on Twitch? Yes. Yes, I will. See you in an hour, Zabor. Go run and decrease your anger. There you go. Be at peace. Yeah, we're all just here at peace, man. We're all just having a good time. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's one of those stretched games. I'm only level 130? I could have sworn I was 136. 7. Anyways, so there's some things about the game that I'm not 1,000% on, but stuff that is really cool. One, I did like the let me see if I have any examples. I did like the kind of uniques, and then you could like level up uniques. I thought that was really easy. That was really cool. So you could have like level 1, 2, 3, 4 uniques. Then you have your sacred uniques, which are really rare to find and are really cool. Oh yeah, you guys can't see. Let me sorry.
Join my army of the dead.
This is what I want from the internet. Romantically frustrated, single white guys ranting about minorities. Thanks, Llama.
Perfect. You're welcome. But what was also really cool, I mean, there's so many cool things about it. So one, just like the different uniques were really cool, right? There were a lot of uniques, and they had a lot of interesting properties like that. And then you could do stuff like this, where you could upgrade it to level 4 or whatever, and then it would increase the required level, increase the requirements of whatever stuff on it. But that was great. Then additionally, you could always do stuff with these. So you could buy these orbs, and it would add 4 to the level of an item, but it was a way to like customize an item, right? So I can add 5 dexterity to any armor. Or I can add requirements -4% or 2% chance or 4 life regen, 1 to 2 weapon damage, right? You can add all these to armors, all these to weapons, all of these to any items, and then these to rings and ammies and stuff. So that was always cool. And so like here I have the ability to add 2 more things because I'm level 130 and this is required level 120. So I could add 2 more orbs to this ring right here to make it a little bit better, right? And these cost gold, and so it's cool because it makes gold a little bit important, right? Because you have to spend gold on these, and it ends up kind of being a little expensive. And then especially when you start buying all of these like regions and stuff. So these are used for different things as well. So that's really great. There's a ton of runes, and then they add all of these like additional runes on, Tai, Vith, Kra, whatever. You can always cube a rune downwards 1-to-1, which is cool. But then these runes just add like new things. And what's great is there's also a bunch of new rune words. And the way that they made rune words is super interesting. So let me find... these are a rune word right here. So this is a rune word, right? These are boots. They're 4 open socket boots. You can roll the base of a rune word, which is super cool. So you get a Gothic plate sacred and you want to roll the base to get specific bonuses on it. And there's like chances to roll for whatever sort of stuff. And you're using all of those little like potion things I showed you to do that. So you spend a lot of money to re-roll your bases to get cool bases. But then on top of that, a giant piece about these are the jewels. And so you're crafting jewels. And so obviously they also have like unique jewels. But you get a jewel and then you can craft it. And you craft it to try and get with a rune. So you use a rune and a potion and whatever to craft a jewel, and it'll give you specific certain mods, like for sure, and then like chances for other ones. And so like this one is 15% attack speed and 10% cast speed and 1% mana and life stolen per hit, right? This has 15 attack speed with bonus attack rating on it, and then experience gain. These are 2% experience gain ones. So like whenever I want to gain more experience, I put on my experience gain rune words. I think I have them in, I forget which, somewhere I have a bunch of like experience gain ones. And so you can do cool stuff like that. And that's just a great way. And then you put jewel, and whatever rune you want. All rune words are 1 rune. And so the first 3 slots give you a bunch of whatever your jewels provide. And then the last thing is the rune word. And so it's a great way to just have a bunch of unique additional ways that you can do stuff within a rune word to customize a little bit more, but then also getting whatever the initial stuff. Does this game teach you all this stuff? Kinda. It's one of those, you use the wiki a little bit, I will admit. It was confusing at first, I will agree. But once I learned it wasn't too bad. Then you get all of these vessels that you can collect, and these are used for crafting, and this is just the straight core crafting. You find a base that you want, and you just use these to roll them. And so like this right here would be a base that I like, and then I can just roll this base and just try and roll for, and then I can add sockets to it after and all that stuff. And so I'd just be rolling for like high enhanced damage, high maximum damage are the 2 stats I'm really looking for. But you'll also find other good stats like lifesteal and percent vitality and all of that stuff, which is really nice. Life on attack is nice. So here's the one I currently use. So it's got a bunch of ED and then 327 to max damage, which is huge. And then bonus AR. So this is really nice. And so then I just shoved a bunch of jaw runes in it for additional. But, it's really cool because you just have like all of these ways. Yeah, like jaw runes are my main thing because and then law runes for the Vita. But jaw runes are like the main thing for me. I think law runes are vitality, right? Or are they strength? They're strength. Because strength is my damage, and then Vitality is obviously health, so I want to like boost both of those. And then Jaw Runes is also damage, right? So I'm just going straight for like hardcore damage on them. But it's cool. And then you can like try and upgrade them. You can try and bless them. And so there's like things you can do to be very unique in the edition. So like I said, it was a little confusing at first, but after I played for a few hours, this is the only character that I really played like full through the game. I felt very secure in what I was doing. There was a lot of items, a lot of stuff to choose from. And it was just really cool. And I loved the little additions of like trying to corrupt it or upgrade it to like get a chance at something cool on it, you know? So all my items were like upgraded and I tried to get something cool on them. So that's always just really fun. And then, and then there's tons of just cool set items that actually have some use because they're really strong, but they're like really hard to find. And there's plenty of like really hard to find things. And then there's also plenty of stuff that you use, such as this shield, which gives me additional elemental resist, like maximum elemental resist and stuff. So when I fight certain bosses that do like crazy high fire damage, cold, whatever stuff, adding on like this shield makes it so much better. So I swap over to like shield and weapon or whatever when I'm fighting. So yeah, there's just a lot of really cool things in the game. And I don't know, I just really liked it. I thought it was super interesting, and there was just a lot of stuff that was very different about it, and it gave a lot more like item configurations. And you can look at like my character. I have a crafted weapon, I have a runeward belt and runeward boots. I'm using 2 uniques there and a unique there. I have a set helm and then the sacred, and then this isn't even a sacred weapon right here, but I just really, or the glove, but like I like the glove a lot, and it's got really good percent to strength, 27% to strength. That's huge. 12% to vitality. So I just really liked that. So I was like, okay, even though this is a worse glove, but I'm sure I could find a better glove later. So there's a lot of just stuff that you do, like, you know, well, I'm going to use this for this case and I'll use that for that case and swap stuff around. And then it's really fun going after all these different charms. So you have to fight like a million different bosses to get these charms, which is super interesting. So, yeah. So it's a lot, but I thought it was really cool. I thought the itemization in the game was very extensive. It reminded me a lot of like PoE itemization and crafting kind of and stuff. It's not quite as much crafting as it is like finding and then I guess you're crafting, but it's different because you're using like orbs and stuff. So just a little bit different. But super fun. I really enjoyed it. Meeting XL man versus stream. Oh god. Wait, what am I doing on this character? Wrong one. I've got so many instances of Diablo 2 on my machine that it's very easy to open the wrong one. Can I show a bit of gameplay of what? Median XL? It's definitely more on that fast-paced style. And I will not show Purify bosses at all. It's the worst part of the game by so far. N64 versus stream. That'd be fun. We can go out. I'll have to remember how to play that character. It's been a while. While we're looking at it, we can look at it. All right, I'll do that. Yeah, no, it's so stupid. Purify is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Nobody likes it. What the heck? It's making me install it again. Son of a gun. Game dead. I'm doing the median. It's really weird. Come on, come on. What the heck? Meet in Excel launcher. I can't play it now? It's broken? What?
Join my army of the dead.
Computer says no.
Oh, there it is. Okay, that was weird. Just suddenly stopped working. All right. Thank you, Ish. So, let me check my hotkeys. Okay, we're using bear stance. How many woofs do I have? Oh, dang, I'm running a woof build. Nice. And that's our teleport. Okay, we got that buff. Okay, I guess I'm not using... What am I using for attack? Death Gaze? Oh, I've got lots of stuff. Fortress, I don't use that much. Purify, screw that. So... Yeah. My swing then unleashes frozen homing axes. I don't have my filter turned on or anything, so we're going to see all the items. But so yeah, like I say, it moves kind of fast. This is obviously a very easy area as well. So the combat is not the greatest. Same sort of idea, right? As the other things. I have a mercenary. Where do you go to get to the, like... I don't even remember, dude. To get to all the, like, bosses and stuff. I guess it just depends. It's in different areas, just, right? I know there's stuff I can, like, morph in my cube. Torrigin Jungles in Act 3. In the blank space in town. I go over here. There you go. So, like, this is a level 112 area, which, you know, obviously I'm still gonna... Hey, hello. Do better in, but, yeah, I mean, it's just that same sort of stuff. So, different monsters that hit harder. Have different stunning effects, whatever stuff. Lots of signets out here. Thank you, Heavy Metal Chief. Yeah, this is still considered an easy area, exactly. Like I'm level 130, you know, so at level 112 area is kind of whatever right there. But yeah. But yeah, that's the game. It's pretty cool. It honestly is a lot of fun. The combat is still, like I say, less fun overall. The boss fights are really cool. Thank you, Heavy Metal Chief. Mwah! The boss fights are still really cool. The combat's mediocre, but okay. Boss fights are way better combat, unless it's a Purify fight. But you know, I think the big focus on the game is very much more that like items.
Karmic
Thank
4.
you, baby. Mwah. I definitely think the big focus is like items in the game and just how you're playing with items, right? So it's like you do like a lot of strength checks kind of throughout the game, and it's always getting harder, and there's always areas that you can't do anything in, and you just get wrecked. But yeah, there's a level 135 area that I was farming and leveling in that I was really liking. It was a great place to find like sacreds and things like that. I forget which one it was exactly and how to get to it. Which one is Herald of the End? Which one was that again? Yeah, it's basically its own game. It's not Diablo 2, but it does take from Diablo 2's items. At least. Is that the one that has the like insane poison or whatever? It like locks you out and then it's that like boss in the middle. There was one that was so crazy. 25-minute timer. There was one that was so hard. I don't think I ever did it. It was a purify though. Oh, jeez. Yeah, some of the bosses are crazy fights. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, lightning kills faster than chain lightning. It does more damage, so as long as you're good enough at aiming it, you're going to deal more damage. Because it's going to shoot through everybody.
It's amazing that you almost found Mangs the other day. Smiley face.
Almost. Oh yeah, we got to update our experience line. Have I tried both what? Yeah. Yeah, for lightning and that, yeah. I mean, that's just going to be, like I say, it's all depending on how good you are at shooting your lightning, I guess. If you shoot it at one dude at a time and don't kind of get him in a good line or stack enough, then it's not going to be great. But how much time did I spend doing LK runs on this character? Not much at all. A few hours max.
What'll come first, Mangs or 99?
I didn't find anything from LK on this character really. Maybe like an Istrun. I want to say Mang songs, but you know, 99 has been creeping up on us. It's hard to deny it. No good items yet today? Nah, it's been a weekday for drops.
Good day.
Whee. Should have mangs in no time. Do I lose the challenge if I hit 99 first? Of course not. That'd be dumb. A death sets me back like 12 hours. Something around there. Assuming I can reclaim my body, which I would no matter what. I would put on new gear and go reclaim it. I heard Mephisto's a good farm for Burroon. You watch your mouth. God. A Burroon, MVS, Mephisto, and then a Astrians. It's been a trolley week, man. The week of the Sorc. Yeah, it takes longer to go 1 to 90 or to 99 than 1 to 98. That is correct.
Yes.
Praise the Sorc. You just said the word Sorc and I smelled something weird. I don't even know. It smells Sarchy all of a sudden in my apartment. Well, you heard wrong, little Timmy. Hey, Papa. Big fat llama. How much time would be lost? Yeah, like I said, like 12 hours.
Presence honors me.
Hey, Mr. Llama, speaking of Sarch, a funny thing happened to me yesterday.
What?
I ate 4 cans of alphabet soup. Then I had probably the biggest vowel movement ever.
Oh my god.
I can't carry anymore.
It's awful. I'm pretty sure all experience is reduced to 5% when 98, so it's super efficient. No. All experience is not reduced to 5%. All experience is reduced to... Hold on, let me find it. Where is the stupid thing? All experience is reduced to 0.59% times 5%. So 0.05 times 0.59, 0.0295% is what all experience is reduced to. Except for Diablo, Baal, and Nilithak. Those are the only 3 monsters in the game. It's not 1 experience per kill. It's basically 1 experience per kill. Watch. 2001. $11 experience. $11 experience out of a required. Let's see how much is needed to get there. 291 million experience necessary from 98 to 99. And I got 11 for killing that dude. is pretty bad, man. 11's a lot more than 1. But is it? When you're comparing only 11 and 1, it is. When you're comparing 11, 1, and 300 million, they're basically the same thing. That's like when Jeff Bezos donates $1 million. And it's like, wow, $1 million. And then they're like, yeah, but he's worth $120 billion. And it's like, huh, $1 million doesn't mean as much now. $1 million would be like me reaching into my pocket and giving somebody a penny. All in the context. I'd take that penny, though. I mean, me too. Mr. Moneybags keeping pennies in his pockets. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Look at me. This is the rich streamer life of that I live. It does mean a bit to whoever he donates it to. That's true. Is that the key to financial independence? Hoard those pennies. I don't know, Ezekiel. I mean, Tyraels is something else, you know. What are pennies? Sorry, Canada. It's true, Lath. What happened to my podcast? I honestly just didn't like the format that much. If I'll be straight up honest about it. I'm much more a talking
it's like when Warren
person.
Buffett gives away 98% of his money and he is still a billionaire.
Right. I mean, Mangs is number 2, Warren. Assuming you just count it with Death Web, because they're basically the same thing. Yeah. Mang Song, Astrians, and Death Web are basically the same. Death Web is slightly rare, just due to some base stuff. And Mang Songs technically should be slightly rarer than Astrians, because it's required level 86, and Astrians is 84, so a non-boss mob can drop Astrians, but can't drop Mang Song's lesson. So technically, yeah, but D-Web is number 2 roughly. It's just whatever. But Tyraels is like 2.5 to 3 times as rare as all those items. But yeah, I just found like, I don't know, for me, I really love talking with people and having like back and forth interaction. And on a podcast, I just didn't get that as much because it was, you know, just me recording and uploading and all offline behind the scenes. And I just didn't enjoy that format as much. It doesn't suit my strengths as well. Ow. I feel like. So either I need to bring a bunch of guests on or find a format that is more live in its nature. such as hosting a financial talk show or something, you know? Grow the Buck Up the talk show. So it's a call-in cast, exactly. Ah! God! I hate souls so much. Like call for help? Yeah, like you call in and you're like, hey, Mr. Lama, here's what my current plan is and my situation. And I'm like, okay, well, I would recommend trying XYZ. So it'd be, you know, like part finance, part just living a better life. I'm having a tough time making friends. I'm struggling with getting out and having the discipline to exercise. Whatever, you know how stuff goes. Dude, this has just been the spiciest bail run ever. I'll tell you about your 401k. Exactly.
I can't carry anymore.
Everybody would call in and go, so what do you think about Diablo 4 right now? What are your thoughts on Wolson? Yeah, exactly. That is very true. Oh, oops. Can you give me finding a date advice? Yeah, like that would be a great question for it. Exactly. Mr. Lama, as a talk show host, do you ever feel like you get the same questions over and over again? That body creep.
A gift for you.
Take this.
7 months, Llama. I don't
7
know you
months.
keep doing it, but I keep coming back.
Thank you, Jamek. Well, hopefully you keep coming back for all of the beautiful emotes. Or for Llama's wonderful dating advice. You could teach us how to not ask a girl out at a wedding and instead talk about country music and the married one. All right, come on. That was... Nobody knows if she was actually hitting on me or not. That doesn't count. How long does I drive with the expired license again? You know what? We don't need this right now. My goodness. Hey, Slima. How's it going, bud? Skiing stream when? I don't know. Skiing stream was super fun and super, like, awesome. But it was also kind of rough. It was very difficult to do just from logistics, and it, like, kept me limited on where I could go on the mountain, which kind of stinked. And, I don't know. It was alright. I had fun with it. I don't know if I'd want to do too much,
As a Twitch
too many more.
Do you find that you like wooden? Have you any plans to stream it? Okay, thanks.
Perfect. It's great. Thank you. Can you give me pointers on loopholes and restraining orders? No! Gosh dang it.
Join my army of the dead.
Can you do legal advice? Perhaps I am having an interpersonal struggle with a court-ordered distance requirement.
No. I have no knowledge of distance requirements and the laws and things. Never been a part of any of those situations, sorry. Coronavirus run! We didn't get a tick. We did get a tick. What? We already got a tick today? Holy cow, look at the size of my tick. It's pretty tiny, but that is a tick, my friends. Tick party. That's fantastic. This is just not... I am not having a good time. Straight up in these throne rooms right now. I feel like I'm gonna die today. That's just like my overall gut feeling.
Maybe you should learn more about those laws and things. Maybe then you won't get more restraining orders if you would just admit you have a problem. Llama, it's okay.
Good.
We're here for you. Also, when are you streaming Wolson? Okay, thanks, bye.
Awful. It's just awful. I run about 685, I think. I'm playing hardcore. It's a softcore. Let's just refresh on these bad boys while we're here. Woo! Oh.
Hey Llama.
Hey.
First time Twitch viewer here.
No, you're not.
Long time YouTube with my eyes and ears. When will you Wolson? Is it good?
Ugh! No, I could boss rush. The biggest thing is it doesn't matter too much. Like, to save and exit a game is so little time that it's pretty irrelevant, you know, whether I do it or not. No yawn. Sorry, I stayed up all night studying for my written driver's test today that I didn't even have to take. So I got like 5 hours of sleep maybe last night. Maybe. Finance tip. Tickets are extremely good for traveling right now. Ever wanted to go on a cheap cruise? Now's the time. So like right here I can just go back to town and then do this. You know, but I could also save quit and go do that and it would be like the same thing. I don't have a license. We told the whole story at the start of the stream. It'll be on YouTube. But the gist of it is my license was expired. I needed to get a new license, but because it was an out-of-state license, I was going to have to retake all of the stuff again. Driver's test, the written and driving, all that stuff. But somehow it just kind of worked out where the system just kind of let me go and just gave me a license. So.
Hey Mr. Llama, I usually watch your YouTube, but I saw you were live and decided to drop in. Just
Hi.
noticed you have a Cheerios box behind
Wait,
you. Was wondering
Radical,
what your
that's
top
not-
3 guesses as to when you will be streaming Wolson. I can't carry anymore.
Stupid. You may even get an extension on your cruise and spend a few extra weeks on the boat, right? And that's free of charge. Cruises are hot right now. Like, you will physically get hot. That's one of the symptoms. Burrito Valley? I do love Burrito Valley. Did I drive to the DMV to get my license? No.
My 8-month-old son doesn't like cotton shirts. We found that he actually prefers to be kept nice and toasty in a wool sweater. Yeah. Speaking of which, when are you going to Wolson? I've got a Wolson, but are you going to stream Wolson? Okay, thank you. I mean, come on, Llama. Even Tom Hanks raved about Wolson while he was on a remote island in Castaway. Remember the part where he yelled Wolson? Wolson. I'm sorry, Wolson.
Wilson, I'm sorry.
Just kind of let me go. Sounds like something that someone who is driving illegally without a license would say. Better be
What?
careful doing that, Llama. You might get pulled over by the coppers and they will look you up and see your restraining order and be like, hey, you aren't supposed to be within 1,000 feet of the accounting premises.
It's not how it's gonna go. Thank you. First off, it's not 1,000 feet. I didn't get banned from the accounting department, okay? I just don't frequent there as often anymore. That's all. It's just personal choice. Okay. And secondly, I had my parents drive me to the DMV because I thought driving to the DMV to get my license
Hey, Mr.
probably
Llama, do you
isn't a
remember
great
the show Home Improvement?
thing to
Who was your
do.
favorite character? Mine was the Taylor family's neighbor, Wolson. Speaking of Wolson, when do you think you will be streaming Wolson?
Thank you. Such engaging questions.
And then they will have to search your car and they will find your stash of handcuffs and blindfolds and telescopic cameras, and oh
All
boy,
right.
that won't be a good look.
Hey, those things are all legal to have. I don't have any of those in my car, but those are totally legal. Okay.
I love myself. I want you to love me when I feel down. I want you above me. I search myself. I want you to find me. I forget myself. I want you to remind me
Come
I
on,
don't
baby.
want anybody else when I think about you. I touch myself. Ooh, I don't want anybody else. Oh no, oh no, oh no, you're the one who makes me come running. You're the sun who makes me shine when you're around. I'm always laughing. I want to make you mine.
Thank you.
Hey Llama,
Hey.
great news.
What?
Google Maps now has a new navigation feature. It allows you to plot valid routes to your destination, given your specific set of restraining order locations, and their respective radius.
Don't see how that's any use to me, but that sounds like a useful feature for somebody out there. I'm happy for that person, whoever that might be. All right, which one do you think it is? Spired or Nightwings? Or, I mean, Veil of Steel.
Hello Llama. I don't normally watch many of your Holy Grail runs, but since I am tonight, I'm sure that guarantees that you won't find your last item. So I just saved you some time.
Thanks. It's so sweet. Why is everybody saying Veil? It's a Nightwings and it's a 15%. For the love of gosh dang it, it's a Veil of Steel.
Hey Llama,
Stupid
enjoying
chat
the stream.
jinxed it.
I'm a little confused by the comments though. From what I've gathered, you get harassed by the cops a lot while playing Wilson and driving.
That seems about right. That's an accurate depiction of what's happening.
Where can I take you?
You know the odds? They're 50-50, but I have found so many more Veils of Steels than Nightwings. It's insane. I found like 10, 11 Veil of Steels and 2 Nightwings, maybe. It's ridiculous. You had the opposite. There you go, Geppetto. Yeah, I found like 7 or 8 Veil Steels before I found my first Nightwings. I forget the exact number. It was a lot. Thing never dropped. Would it be Veils of Steel or Veil of Steels? No, Veils of Steel. I mean, I guess technically the full item's name is Veil of Steel, so you could say Veil of Steels.
To play Wilson because then when he has to leave it behind, he will be like Tom Hanks in Cast Away and screaming.
But
Wilson,
Veils
Wilson.
are the armor.
I am sorry, Wilson. I am sorry.
Right. Whatever. We'll just say Veils of Steels.
Good day.
It's the easiest way. Bingo. Thank you, Dirtpix and Nitram. And all the good names in Eva. Boing. Boing.
I just wanted to say, balls of steel.
What? It's Bales. Oh my god. Meredith.
Hey Mr. Llama, have you ever played tennis? I think you'd enjoy it.
Not Warren.
I bet you could pick a nice racket for pretty cheap, maybe an old Wilson Pro Staff or something.
Just silly. But this is exactly what all of the comments sound like anyways.
I can't carry it.
Llama? Wilson? Llama Wilson? Yeah?
Your presence
Wilson?
honors me.
Has chat ever made me want to walk away from the computer? Every day.
I am overburdened.
Hey. What? No, moving too fast. Sorry.
I can't carry anymore.
Watch the language. I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't say chat ever makes me really want to walk away. Maybe sometimes during MVS I want to walk away just to like clear my mind from all of the madness. So that's like technically chat's doing, but you know. I have not tried the Grim Dawn mod.
Hey,
But, you know, just in general. No, it's fun. We have a fun time here. Yeah, I walk away, I cry for a few minutes, I eat some ice cream, and I get back on the horse. Man vs. Cursor. It's truly what it should be called for this season. Like, what the heck? After I find my item, I will have a party. You get back on the curse.
Did you know that the great ox walked awkwardly? Awkward was the ox walks, for walking awkwardly was how the great ox walked.
Where can I take you?
Party with who? Myself? With chat. And do we get a cursor wheel? There was a cursor wheel before.
I fondly remember the MVS in which you had several hours of motivation.
Yep. Every MVS has had a different flow to it, which keeps it fun. Hopefully the next one is Llama gets it easy and gets a win under his belt for this season. Maybe that'll be the theme of the next one. Invincibility glitch in front rounds are open advanced style. I don't. / Diablo maybe? I'm not sure. What would you do if you found out Wilson was sponsoring members of your chat to ask you to play Wilson over and over again? I'd believe it.
Join my army.
I am gonna need 2 bolters for that blasphemy.
No blasphemy here. Easy, where's the fun on that? The fun is when Mr. Llama walks away victorious.
Do it. Just do it. Don't let your Wolson be Wolson. Yesterday, you said Wolson. So just. Wolson. Yes, you can. Just Wolson. If you're tired of Wolson questions, then start playing Wolson.
I feel like we're gonna have a new overlay by Evo by the next MVS.
And by the way, you know I sit on the stand. And I get hot, I got a lot, I got hairy legs, that turn, that turn, blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach into the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it, so I learned about roaches.
I am overburdened.
Yep. I was thinking that as well. Every word right there, just right out of my mouth. You found one already, Warren? Nice.
I can't carry anymore.
Join my army of the dead.
I recently joined eSettler's stream and
Yeah?
realized that we're all trolls. But that's okay.
Yep. That's okay, though. That is the truth of the stream.
I am overburdened.
Pretty sure Mang Songs doesn't exist. It exists, darn it! It's real to me. Just download more MF. I'm trying.
If you aren't trolling Llama, then are you even actually living life or just letting it slowly pass by?
A gift for you.
Just a random sub passing by _carrot.
Thank you, Korean. Thank you, Sovereign and Derpix.
Live, laugh, Wolson.
I'm gonna get that and hang it up in the back there. It'll go right there.
Evo and I were trolling him pretty strong last night and I think it's well deserved since eSettler is one too.
Yeah, no, you can feel free to troll a settler as much as you want. He's right on that train. What does the TTS call carrot? Carrot. I mean, that's what it's called, though.
Join my army of the dead.
comma, many songs is still in your drop table. It's easy to find it if you want. Just sort by drop odds. And look for the one item with odds set to 0.
A gift for you.
Quill Man, welcome back. Thank you, Evo. You know you a dead man if that's the case. I'm just on players one.
I am overburdened.
Fresh meat.
Mithril Coil, nice. Feed Bertoni. Thank you for the Prime sub. I wonder if I needed that ethereal. Nope. I already got it. Let's see what roll it is. Okay. 10%. Dungos. That's a cool item. Goes on the list. And SOJ.
Join my army of the dead.
They see me trolling, they hatin', patrollin' and trying to catch me trollin' dirty, trollin' dirty, trollin' dirty, trollin' dirty.
Jesus. Trying to catch me trolling dirty. Alright, well, that's just dropping. Oh boy, oh boy. Thank you, Derpix. The heck is these last like 5 runs, man?
Good day.
Horizon's Tornado next, right? Like, I played Torchlight Path of Exile. Yes. Do I like them? Yeah, I like each of them for different reasons, for sure. I didn't like either of them as much as I liked Diablo 2, but I found both of them had different things that I did enjoy, different mechanics and stuff.
I am overburdened.
Earth Shifter coming up next. I did drop 2 Thunder Mauls already today, a white one and a blue one. D2 driver says, how many vendors are in each act? It's good. Boom, 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 boom.
Your presence honors me.
Dun, 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 dun. See you, Jamek. There are teen vendors.
So, how are you gonna feel the day after your 30th without finding Mang songs? You decide to do some magic finding and then bang, bang, boom. Song Mong's thongs.
We will find it before 30. How many? Teen!
I am overburdened.
Okay. What's the story behind the angel sitting at the River Flame waypoint? Like, why is he not going into the Chaos Sanctuary? Who knows? When does Big Bad 30 catch me? September.
I am overburdened.
Astrian's incoming? Get out. I've reset my maps plenty of times, Akpon. Plenty of times.
The prosecutor during Llama's cross-examination, Mr. Llama, how old was that woman? Llama replies, teen. She was teen, at least teen.
Art Soul. That's Soul Art.
I can't carry it.
Teen! Oh, I never did find out how old she was. Old enough. That's all we know. Teen enough. Look, she had her driver's license and she was in college by the time I met her. So that's all I can say.
Where can I take you?
Join my army of the dead.
Is that the reason why relationship with Kylie ended? Because she finally turned 20 and then Llama immediately frowned and said, too old.
Wow. Wow. Come on, that's ridiculous.
I am overburdened.
Who do I look like? Leonardo DiCaprio? Come on. My goodness. I would date someone in their 20s. Of course I would date someone in their 20s. I wouldn't date someone under their 20s. That's ridiculous. Gosh dang it.
Good day. Hello.
Join my army of the dead.
You look like an aging gamer who must retire from the glory of D2 and join the ranks of aging gamers in Wolson.
That's where I need to be, huh?
The formula is half your age plus 7, Llama.
Perfect. So what am I? I'm 29. So half of 29. Carry the 1.
I am overburdened.
Minus the...
Where can I take you?
Hold on, I'm doing the math. $14 plus 7. 21. Cool. Quick math. Quick math on stream for ya.
I am overburdened.
Perfect. I feel like that gives me a lot of room. So now we just gotta go find where all the 21-year-olds hang out.
I am overburdened.
My bio on Twitch says I'm 27. Does it? Is that what you tell the ladies? Oh boy. At college? That's not college, is it? Maybe it is. I think you're right, actually. Struggles with basic math? What are you talking about? I just killed that math.
Getting real close to 4 years, less than 3-year content.
My goodness. Thank you, Dr. Skittles. Please start seeing women my age.
So is Tunnel Girl still an option then?
Nah,
I am overburdened.
that one didn't work out. She's in another state that I don't want to move to. I am turning 30 this year.
I can't carry anymore.
That's correct. I would add some sort of angel class. That'd be cool. I don't think it would fit with the lore very well, but I think it'd be really fun to play one. I'd rather play it in like a Diablo 4 or something. Who's the oldest celebrity I'd date? Probably Taylor Swift.
I am overburdened.
It's the only celebrity I want to date, you know, so it's also the youngest probably. I don't know. I don't keep up with celebrities enough to know who's single and who's dateable and how old they are and stuff. Nah, I wouldn't do Jennifer Aniston. No date there.
I am overburdened.
Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, she seems nice. She just seems like we wouldn't get along. Not my personality type, you know. Maybe like Kristen Bell, but she's married to Dax Shepard or whatever his name is, who's also a really cool guy. I'd also probably date him. I would date them as a couple.
If all else fails, there is always the cute DMV guy that helped you out, Mr. Llama Love.
Oh no, you know, they seem like a nice group. I think he is. That's true. DMV guy was nice.
I dunno Llama. I'm pretty sure if Kevin Costner rolled in right now, he'd sweep you off your feet. And then take his Waterworld vest back from your closet.
I'm just saying casually date. Like we all just go like hang out and go bowling and play laser tag or something. They seem like nice people.
Good day.
Thank you, Evo. It's not a Waterworld vest. It's just my vest.
I am overburdened.
I don't know. I don't keep up with celebrity culture enough. I'm not good at it. Let's kind of leave that be. Kill him. I can't believe we went to date Aubrey Plaza. She's crazy, man. Thanks, Gecko.
Where can I take you?
Once again, personality differences, I feel like. I just need someone who's going to sit back and write a song about me when we break up. That's all. That's all a man needs in life, okay?
I am overburdened.
But would you date Charcy?
She going to write a song about me? Anna Kendrick I would date. How old is she? She's cute. At
Mang
least
song.
teen. Give Mang song, right? Skirt with the 10 months, thank you. I hope so. She's 34? Okay. It's a little old, but we could make it work.
Good day. Good day.
Yep. Ow.
I can't carry anymore.
Using demonic energy as its power. Pretty cool.
I can't carry anymore.
For me, it's very important, though, that the characters aren't too godly and strong, which kind of goes against the angelic thing I said. But I really think one of the better parts is when characters are more reasonable. You know, this is just a random wizard or mage. This is a random warrior. This is a you know. I think that's a better fit for an ARPG than this is a Nephilim who can do whatever the heck they want. That's more boring to me. Llama, do you have confidence in yourself? In what way? Regardless, the answer is sure, but there's many ways, I suppose. But yeah, I'm very confident in who I am. I'm down with that, Korean. Did I see Grim Dawn? No, I didn't see it. I mean, I know it, but I haven't played it. Nice, Korak. That's sick, dude. Confident I will not catch Corona. I mean, I hope not. I don't really get out that much, but I do go to the climbing gym, so like, I guess if someone brings it there, that would be my place to catch it. Otherwise, I don't really go many places. So that's the nice part of being a gamer. I just stay inside all the time.
Your presence honors me.
Never leave the house. Not on house or oh my god. What's my next world record speedrun goal? I don't know.
I am overburdened.
What do you think it should be? That barb seems kind of fun to go after.
Good day.
Good old email
I
viruses.
can't carry anymore.
The good old days. How's the farming RNG been? Well, we find Veil of Steel, then Dungos, and then Stone Crushers, so. It's not bad. Who is this? What have you done with Llama? No, not at the moment. I haven't really gone after one in a while. I mean, I've done some stuff with them, but not like weekly grind just over and over and over and over. Thanks, Creek. Lazy butt. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you just gotta keep it fresh. That's always how it goes. You go through cycles. Still got that Player's X Necro? Perfect. There you go. So yeah. Repeating crossbow. Almost Archon staff.
Where can I take you?
Ugh, goodness, I am tired today. We might just go rest up soon and then just do like a bonus stream tomorrow. Something like that. I am sleepy. Shaco.
A gift for you.
Thank you. War Machine. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. 2 months. Finish the OOT and fire up another. That's true. We do need to finish OOT. We're at Ganondorf. And then we have to find the golden bracer or whatever it is. And maybe try for a couple more heart pieces. And then I guess we'd be good. First time Chrono's feeling sleepy. Well, so is not sleeping. Probably the larger
I can't carry anymore.
issue. Sorry, dragon. Is there a trick to get a teleport staff? Act 3 normal or higher. I like Act 2 Nightmare the best and then just shop it on Drognin. Or, yeah, Act 2 Nightmare though. Act 2 normal will not have it. So.
Yes.
That was so ridiculous, the boar. Easy Llama. What a terrible name. I feel like Camel just created a fake website with all that information. Created a fake app called that. Tested Swapcast on left click. Yep. It's super, super nice. Like like it's crazy. We're seeing, is your Holy Grail still 98? Yep. Almost 99 though. Getting there.
I am overburdened.
Almost had a death today.
Good day.
I've seen many llamas, yes. One of the like cool fun ranch places I used to go visit had a couple llamas, and then they had a little baby llama in a petting zoo, and it was cute. We did get a tick today.
I am overburdened.
It's nice. Making you yawn too? I'm just like, I don't know. I'm getting hit with that 5 o'clock tired or whatever. That 2 p.m. knockout. Any photos of llama with a llama? There's probably some out there somewhere. Wolsonitis.
Can I take you?
That's what it is. Got that Wolsonitis going. $2 p.m. Well, it's not 2 p.m., but you know when you're at work and 2 p.m. rolls around some of those days and you're like, oh my god, what time is it? I'm so tired. It's only 2 p.m.? Ugh. And you just stare at the clock for the next 3.5 hours. How much to eat a llama? Never. That would be horrible. What a cruel thing to ask. Streams recorded. $1 million? Alright, maybe for $1 million. They grow up so fast, right, Sachi? $450? No. I would not eat a llama for $450. $50? I would just feel so bad. Like, I'm Mr. Llama. I'll eat buffalo, I'll eat cow, I'll eat anything else. I don't care. But eating a llama just seems... It goes against who I am for some reason. It feels too close to actually being me. Would I eat camel? I would pay a lot of money to eat a camel. Just tear into that thing. What about alpaca? Alpaca's probably too close to llama. Now somebody's gonna be like, but a llama is a camelid and you would eat a camel. Yeah, but camels they don't matter. They're giant trolls.
I am overburdened.
Usually is Merce more in MVS, decently level most areas. I am not a decently high level on most areas. Also, he'll still just die really often, and you have to remember he dies every time that I die, and so I really think I would just lose a ton of gold doing it. They both spit. Yeah, but like, you spit too. I don't want to eat you, you know. But
I am overburdened.
Ashwin the Unclean, Mang Songs. Got Ragashak. Just send him a message on Twitch. But you can watch, if you want to say thanks, that is. You can always watch. Remember, everybody can watch my channel. Rune. There's never a restriction on who can watch. Everybody gets sound to my channel. Ashwin only drops Tyraels when there's girls around. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Woo! We got the quad full rejuve drop. Oh, I love it. It's so cool when it drops and all 4 of those purple potions just go just all over the screen. I love it so much. It's a cool drop. It's hard to get. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do you have a favorite character? I don't know if I have a favorite character overall or favorite build specifically or anything. I like a lot of them for very different reasons, and the nice thing is they all provide a different playthrough of the game, which I think is super important and what we don't always see in other games as much. Wow, again, another Shadow Killer. Got that one on Monday. So, like, I love playing a Barbarian just as a straight up dude who goes in and just pounds dudes just left and right. Double fisting them and stuff. Just like super fun. I love sorceresses just because they're straight up just like, I always like playing like a wizard mage character. Thank you, Garrett. I love Amazons, really as a Boazon especially. Rangers and like that style is my favorite style in most games that I lean towards when I pick up a new game. Just being like a archer ranger of some sort. And yeah, so debut in Ocarina last time. No, we have to finish it up. We're so close. We're in Ganondorf's castle. We did 2 of the sage rooms. So we just gotta do 4 more. And then I think we go fight him. Can we do a dodgeball on your Holy Grail Sorc for 5 AT runs? Yeah, okay. For like $1,000 maybe. May I post a llama related YouTube link? Sure. Give me the most expensive dodgeball game of your life.
Next Sunday is the 15th of March, also known as the Ides of Sorc. You should do something special. Maybe a D1 playthrough.
D1 playthrough on the Ides of Sorc. I think that'd actually be a pretty fun idea. That's a Sunday, right? Ooh, nice. Very nice. P&B skiller. I feel like I don't have a ton of those. Maybe like 3 or something, so it's good to get another one. Cool. Yeah, we'll do something for the Ides of Sorc. We are trying to finish the Grail right now. We're so close. Here comes the green Archon staff. Get out. Thanks, CPP.
I can't carry anymore.
Good day.
You can use channel points or something to like put hands and things on
Good
emotes,
luck
and
on your search.
chat's just gross. That's all. Thank you, Warpcaster. No Eth items today. Welcome back. 9 months. Happy baby. I'm gonna pile driver my keyboard when I find it. I don't know if I'll pull a 3 moth with my keyboard. I never really pick up my keyboard and like do anything with it in a slamming method or anything. Like a lot of gamers, when they get mad or happy, they like throw their keyboard down. I never. Maybe my headset, I could understand that. But I never grabbed for the keyboard. Last 4 digits, nice. It's a great name.
Where can I take you?
Destroy the flower painting. I won't react like 3 moth. First off, I can't play drums. So, no epic 5-minute drum solo coming in.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
So I don't know. I don't have no plans for it. We'll just, when it happens, we'll let whatever happens, you know. Hoping for a 5-minute of me going just do that for 5 minutes. It'd be pretty sick. Greasy. And you said you don't know how to drum. Thank you. Come on. Is he still playing Beelzebub right now? How? God, what was that damage? That Frost Nova hurt, man. Ever played D3 on stream? I have. If you go to my YouTube, you'll see my Diablo 3 play. I played for about 2 weeks, on and off. And then I called it good. I would deny it ever happening. It was fine for 2 weeks, you know? And then I didn't feel like playing it again. So that was that.
Yes.
I also did D1 on stream, yeah. That's also there. boy, we're running out of room. We gotta start morphing things. It's morphin' time. Top fin. Dang, Zabor. Who's next above you? Your top teen in the comments. Congrats.
I can't carry anymore.
Do I have an Eth swordback hold? Maybe a new one. Come on, baby.
A gift to you.
Thank you,
Sheesh,
Drippy.
It's that time again. Here's to another month.
I am overburdened.
Sheesh. Alrighty. Mwah. Thank you so much. Come on, give me a new one. No. Rip. I figured I already had it, but you had an Eth sword and the burr. Really? That's kind of cool. Are bagels romantic? Of course. Everybody loves a bagel. Gosh, is it bored? When did I last re-roll this? Like a month ago, maybe?
I am overburdened.
I re-roll often enough. I'm just saying, bagels are so good, man. They're just like condensed, thick bread, you know? You can put meat on them. You can put cheeses on them. You can put creams on them, butter on them. It's whatever. Favorite boss to fight in Diablo 2? I don't know. The boss fights are all pretty bad. Like, they're not bad, but they're not good, you know? They're old and simple, so... Diablo is probably the best one, because he still gives you, like, a decent chance with some stuff, especially if you're, like, a melee fighting him. Duriel's pretty just, like, ugh. He's super annoying, but, you know, at least he's something. Mephisto you can cheese very easily, but Mephisto can also one-shot you. I don't know. They all have, like, their things, but none of them are crazy good or bad. I feel like. They're just, like, okay. Duriel's drops are atrocious, though. Wasn't there a bug for Duriel? Yeah, his drops are bugged, so it's not good. So it makes it way worse. I would like to cheese meth between 2 slices of bagel. Dude, when my aunt comes down and visits, she always in the morning makes like an egg, cheese, ham on bagel sandwich. It's like her classic breakfast sandwich. And it is so freaking good, dude. Oh my god. I don't know what stuff she uses, but she makes the best breakfast bagel ever. Plans to do a speedrun during /Diablo's ladder reset? I haven't done any /Diablo stuff. Also, it's not as fun when the people you're competing against are all using map pack. So that usually is what keeps me away from doing it. Another unique ring. Sorry, I'm gonna get turkey for a settler.
I can't
I take you?
English muffin breakfast pizzas? Aren't those just called bagel bites? Bagel ring, nice. Dude, bagel bites legit. I got some in my freezer from Manver's stream. I went and got them for that. I didn't even eat them during Manver's stream. All I know is when pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. Well, I made that pizza during Manver's stream, so I didn't feel like then also going and eating more pizza after eating pizza.
Good day.
I guess I made it prior and then ate it during it. Yeah, they're little islands of lava inside your mouth. Big drop coming if I go to chaos now. Okay, I'll trust you. But if you're lying to me, will I start trying for world records again? I don't know. I mean, I'll definitely mix in some speedrunning here and there. But like hardcore, doing like weeks on weeks and stuff of it, I have to like figure out when I want to exactly. It's the easiest way to say it. Because I don't know. That's just like a. I always just say or think or whatever that like you gotta stream what you want to stream, you know, otherwise you're gonna get burned out and you're gonna hate it. And so I just like lately wasn't feeling doing speedrun grinds like crazy. It's been the past few months I've been enjoying doing these other things, and so I got to put out all those guide videos which I'd been wanting to make for a long time. So I was very happy that I got to do that. So there, you know, there's just a mix of everything. Put in the Discord. Gosh dang it. I don't even think I can put it in the Discord. Not that I should. Do I have any guides left to do? Yeah, so I have a bunch of like thoughts for guides that are half guides, but more like casual playthroughs of characters that'll be harder to play characters. I mean, I want to do a guide for the Shout Barbarian still. Just because that one would be a good one, since that's easy or whatever style. And then maybe like one other. And then the rest of them I'd want to just do like playthrough, spend time farming on them.
I have enjoyed the last few months too. I was watching the Sorc guided playthrough again today.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Violet. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like those are things that I've always wanted to put out, and so I was happy that I got to put it out. Yeah, and then doing something like an enchant source, but not a speedrun, but a casual playthrough of it, I think would be super fun. You know? There will be a future Rainbow run. I just have to find a time and date and stuff. Yes. Long staff. Can't wait for the Punch Barb casual playthrough. Yeah, okay. That one's coming any day now for sure. Do I like Oreos? Of course. Who doesn't like Oreo cookies? Ow, forget it. Too hot. Have I ever considered growing a mustache? I mean, I grow a mustache just naturally with my beard, but I've never thought of just doing a mustache. It always ends up looking really creepy. I had a beard and mustache this one time, and I shaved the beard and kept the mustache, and then I went to a party. This was during college. And I was chatting with this girl, and she was trying to like flirt with me. And then I think the mustache just kind of got to her, because then she just stopped. And it was all good though. It wasn't somebody that I like should have been flirting with. She was kind of strange. And then I went home and I looked in the mirror at the mustache and I was like, this is bad. It was a really bad look. Really bad look. So, it's my mustache experience. It wasn't an age, no. Oh my god. She was just a very strange. Not in a like good, cute way. I was like, well, I guess the mustache kind of saved me a little bit from that, you know? Was she teen, at least? She was my age. So. When the dude that can explain the intricacies of map generation of a 20-year-old game calls you strange.
She did not have folliculophilia.
I could not even begin to guess what folliculophilia means.
Counterpoint. If it was the mustache, she wouldn't have flirted to begin with. Maybe it's a combination of the mustache and you asking her if she liked hanging out in the tunnels under campus.
Alright, first off, the tunnels under campus were a very nice place. Lots of people hung out there. Not weird at all to ask anybody if they hung out there. Secondly, I didn't even ask her about the tunnels. Easy there, Cyber. She could have been Tunnel Campus Girl, but her loss. Oh, God.
Good day.
I feel you. Only attracted to men with mustaches. Gotcha. Like I said, she seemed to like we were talking and it was at a party and it was kind of dark. And then we went into a room that had more light. Not like a private room for any purpose other than to get away from some noise. And then she saw the stash and was like, nah.
Okay. Inviting someone to the tunnels is okay. Having a mustache and inviting people to tunnels gets sketchy.
Gotta choose one. Editing it in doesn't work? Oh, okay, good to know. Thank you, Meg. Baseball girl. Baseball girl. That was just an unfortunate happening of events. Out of my control.
Your presence honors me.
Soccer with my boss. He could have fired me if I didn't show up to the game, you know? There was a lot of things to consider. It's a very complicated situation.
A gift for you. 2 full years since I saw Doctors Without Brothers. I still cringe, man. I still cringe.
Has it been 2 years?
Officer Cheesy McMustache is off-putting to some people.
Doesn't seem cheesy at all.
What's that? You had to put socks on your boss. Well, that is quite an awkward situation.
I find in favor of Mr. Llama in the case of his boss versus baseball girl. Thank you.
I am over.
Thank you. That's what I was saying.
Good day.
Ow! Everybody hits so hard over here. Oh, rank 5. Okay. I was like, magic sheep. Sometimes there's just names, though, that just show up and you're like, no clue. Oh, you know how to deal with boss groups? I do. It's my specialty.
Your presence honors me.
What is happening? Mr. Camel became Mr. Camel Mobile, right? I was like, who dat?
I am overburdened.
Well, Mr. Camel also was not Mr. Camel at first. He just changed his name into it as a joke. And then just stuck with it. Yeah, he was just like a member of the community, and then he wanted to joke around and be Mr. Camel, just to make a joke for a little bit, and then change it back. And then he realized he couldn't change it back for like 6 months, and then he just kind of stuck like that. What was your original name, Zavor? I've never seen this item drop for me, no. Ali Ajuama. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even remember that name in my chat. I've always known you as Zabor. No, Zabor is not camel. I never remember what Camel's original handle was. I just remember he wouldn't tell me who it was for a long time.
I am overburdened.
Your presence honors
It's a hard name, okay? I always thought it was Evo's alt account. I mean, to be fair, half of you guys could just be Evo's alt accounts. Or some bots that he programmed. Like, straight up, I would totally believe it.
I've just been terrified that you were going to find out that I've just been an AI script this whole time.
I mean, it makes sense. He's my only viewer, but he wants to make me feel loved. I'm like, I'm really doing it, Mom. They love me. I had so many more viewers today, Ma. It was great. As she slips Evo another $100 to fire up more viewer bots. Chat bots. But you know what? I'd be okay with that reality. Just don't tell me.
Beat boot. 0010011 010011101
Evo, your bot's broken.
Fix
your bot.
01101 0110101 0110101 0110110 0100110 011000101
Thank you.
So you only have one viewer, the rest of us have all been bots this whole time.
Hey, I'm sure there's at least 5 real viewers in here. What up, Get Pro? Welcome to the source. You're like Neo in the Matrix. You've finally made it to the source. What other games besides C2 do I play? Fez with the gifted sub.
Fez_O_Rama gifted a tier 1 sub to I Get Pro. They have given 311 gift subs in the channel.
Wow. Mwah. Thank you. Well, I'm playing Ocarina of Time right now. We're almost finished with it. We've got some other N64 games that we got to work through. And then, some PoE here and there.
As a streamer, do you feel like you get the same bots in here over and over again?
Yes. Most definitely. Also, thank you, Ophaz. Happy to have you as well. Welcome to the stream.
I am overburdened.
Come on, where's that stupid staff? Do I ever get tired of answering? Yeah, I do. Surprisingly. But I get it. I understand, you know. It happens. We are totally due for this thing. Long warbow. I do not have an estimate for you. A lot. That's all I can give you. Too many times. Enough times where I should have had the staff.
I can't carry it.
That is your real answer. Give me another 6 months.
A gift for you.
Mr. Llama wave, Mr. Llama love.
It's a cookie. I mean, we're well past that, Waffies, so.
Honors me.
In terms of boss kills, remember, that's boss kills, not runs of the AT. Am I stocking up on any canned food or anything? Nah, I have like the most embarrassingly little empty refrigerator I've ever seen. I did go just get a couple more things. But like, if you open my refrigerator, I have... Is that Caduceus? Oh my god, another one? Where's the Archon staffs? You stupid game! Eggs, an ice mask, sriracha, and old milk. That is my refrigerator. I think I now have cottage cheese and Greek yogurt in there. Because I just went to the store. It's not that old. It's like 3 days old or something, you know. Cottage cheese equals old milk? Fair. Okay, well, I have old milk and old milk. Eco-friendly, buy what I use? I mean, I do. The milk is almost empty as well, so it's not like a full thing. Trying to waste less food. Though now that I think about it, I do have a cucumber in there that probably is a pickle by now. It's one in the bottom drawer. I haven't opened that drawer in a little bit. So I did waste a cucumber. So subscription really means that Mr. Llama C is being supported in that you get some nice special Llama emotes you can support it. Use through our Twitch. Wait, did you mean to at me? Oh, you... God, I thought you were telling me what it was. I was like, yeah, no, I know that. You highlighted for me, too. Just went to the grocery store and seeing people stockpiling. Crazy, man.
Maple syrup is sweet and tastes good on eggs. Sugar is sweet. I wonder how it is on eggs.
Not good. It is very bad. Yeah.
I can't carry it.
All right. I think we go to bed. We'll do a bonus stream sometime tomorrow for a little bit. But I need to go to sleep. Thank you, Zolt. I am like... I am so tired. I mean, like I said, I stayed up late and woke up early for this stupid DMV. And now I'm just exhausted. Now I'm just exhausted, man. So yeah, let's go hang out with someone else, and then we'll do some fun stuff. Let's go hang out with my friend Jono. Go give him some love. This is a guy who's super super cool, really nice guy. He's playing Subnautica. Yeah, you guys will like him a lot. He's really fun, really nice guy. So let's go hang out with him. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do a little bonus stream stuff tomorrow. Sound good? Mwah. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Cheers and have a good night. Yeah, we'll stream longer next time. No worries. See you guys.